Fera. Hello, my name is Timmy. Welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be wrapping up all the books that I read in the month of April and giving you my thoughts on them. So in the month of April, I read a total of 5 books. I could have read more, but one of the books I read slowed me down, but I'm still happy with the 5 books that I read. That's still very productive for a month, so let's get right into it. So the first book that I picked up in the month of April is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Little Chronicles series. I really enjoyed the first book, Cinder. This series is a fairy tale retelling series with a twist of sci-fi. The first book is Cinder and I really enjoyed that one. The first book, Cinder, follows Cinderella. This one follows Little Red Riding Hood. The third one, Crest, follows Rapunzel, and the fourth one follows Snow White. Now the first book, Cinder, like I said, I really enjoyed. Scarlet, I enjoyed also, but I enjoyed Cinder more. Even though the first book follows Cinderella and this one follows Scarlet, the story still continues from book 1, Cinder, so they all weave into each other. We got introduced to 18-year-old Scarlet in this book. Now the reason why I said I enjoyed Cinder more than Scarlet is because of the character. I enjoyed Cinder's character more than Scarlet's character. I found 16-year-old Cinder to be way more mature and way smarter than 18-year-old Scarlet. For an 18-year-old girl, she didn't do a lot of thinking. I found myself screaming at that character while reading this book like, oh my freaking god, just use your brain, Scarlet. Do you have one? You have a brain, just fucking use it. Like, what's going on? Like, just think, Scarlet, think. Other than that, I really like this book. I'm enjoying where the story is going and I cannot wait to pick up the third book, Crest, this month of May. I'm really excited. So I give this one 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I picked up is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in this series and it's a series of fairy tale retellings also. This one follows Beauty and the Beast. The story follows our main character, Fera. I like calling her Fera, like rolling the R. I think it's just so sexy. I think people call her Fera, but I call her Fera. I don't know, it just sounds better to me. But it follows our main character, Fera, who lives in a village, and in this land there are fairies, but because of a war that happened years ago, the fairy land and the human land has been separated. The fairies in the land have magic and they're powerful, while the humans have none, so the humans live pretty much in fear of the fairies. Our main character, Fera, is a 17 or 18-year-old girl who takes care of her 2 sisters and her dad all by herself. I really don't want to give any more to the story than that, but if you're interested at all, definitely read this book. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was such a fun read. I could not put it down. I literally picked it up and did not put it down until I was done. I can't believe I didn't pick this up earlier because I love Sarah J. Maas's other series, the Throne of Glass series. This series I believe is more new adult because there are a little more sexy stuff in it, which if you don't like, then maybe not for you. I really enjoyed this book. It was such a fun read. I believe I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. The next book I picked up is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Oh, I really enjoyed reading this book. Now, a lot of people don't like this series because they say it's not original, and yes, it might not be the most original book on the market. It does have some elements from other series I see. Honestly, reading this book, I just kept thinking, this will be the baby if Divergent and Hunger Games had a baby. A lot of people say this series is similar to Kara Cass's The Selection series. I would not know because I have not read that series and I don't plan on reading it, but I really enjoyed this book. Red Queen is about a 17-year-old girl called May Barrow. She lives in this world where human beings are separated into 2, silvers and reds. Silvers have magic and the reds don't, so the silvers rule over the reds and the reds are pretty much their slaves. Our main character has powers that reds normally don't. So the king and the queen are keeping her inside their palace, and basically from inside the palace she is helping an uprising that wants to overthrow the silvers. Once I started reading the book, I predicted everything that would happen, but I still enjoyed reading this book. And I think that is kudos to the author's writing. I enjoyed the world, I enjoyed the characters, and once I finished reading this, I just wanted to pick up the next book immediately. Thank God I had it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The next 2 books I read are novellas from the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. The first one is Queen Song. This novella followed Queen Korean. She is the dead queen and Kao's mom. Now give us more insight. I felt like it didn't really give us as much as we wanted to know. It didn't really answer a lot of the questions we had from reading Red Queen. It just kind of added to it. The only thing I took away from this novella was just knowing her a little bit more and seeing the way her relationship with Kyle's dad, Queen Tiberius VI, developed. I thought the novella was okay. I still enjoyed it, but I would love to have a whole book, a prequel to the Red Queen book that is about the Queen's story, because we just have so much questions. I'm sure Victoria Aveyard is still gonna write more novellas to tell her story, but I just thought this novella was okay. I want more. It just led to more questions. It didn't really answer anything for me, at least. I gave the novella 3 out of 5 stars. The second novella I read is Steel Scar. This novella follows Fally, I think that's how you say her name, and I didn't like this novella at all. It was pointless. It was boring. It made Fally's character seem so boring. I mean, from reading Red Queen, she seemed like this badass, and she still was kind of portrayed as a badass, but her story was boring. The novella was hard to read. It didn't really give us any insight. It felt pointless. Honestly, the only reason why I finished this book is because I have issues, and once I started, I had to finish it. Other than that, I would not have finished this novella because it just dragged on, and I was just like, when will it stop? It wasn't even that many pages, but I just couldn't do it. I think what really made me go on and just finish this novella was when we got introduced to Shade's character. It was the light in this novella. It was the reason why I gave this novella 2 stars, because I would have given it 1. I honestly didn't understand the novella at all. It was pointless to me, so yeah, I gave it 2 stars. The next book that I picked up immediately, I had to pick this up immediately after Red Queen, is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. I was so excited that I already had this. Thank God I already had this, because honestly, I was gonna wait till May to pick this one up, but I just couldn't do it. I had to pick it up immediately after Red Queen. This was good. I enjoyed it, but it was slower than Red Queen. It took me a long time to finish this one. It took me over a week to finish it. A lot of it was because I was scared to keep turning pages because I was just so scared from these characters, but also because it was slow. But I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed the way everything was progressing. To me, this wasn't as exciting reading as Red Queen was. The one problem I have with this book was that I felt that there was a lot of inconsistency with Fally's character. Now, in Red Queen and even in her novella, even though the novella was boring, she was portrayed as this badass girl with military training, and it didn't show in this book. I felt like she didn't take charge enough. Like, she just kind of fell behind. Honestly, she didn't even exist for a while, and I just felt like it was inconsistent with her character and the way her character was portrayed. I just felt like she took the back seat a lot. In this book, it just didn't show that she had military training at all, and I don't know. I don't know, that's how I feel, okay? I found myself reading and just being like, where the hell is Fally? Like, this is where she can shine. Like, this is where she's expert. Now, the ending. Let's talk about the ending. Whoa! The ending, Victoria Aveyard, the ending was just so mean. So mean. But I enjoyed the book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The last book that I read in the month of April is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I think it's Sepetys or Sepetys. This is a historical fiction that takes place during World War II, and honestly, that's all I want to tell you about this book. Just go into it. This book was amazing. I could not put it down. I enjoyed this book so much. So much. Yeah, honestly, don't really know a lot about it. Just go into the book. I promise you would love it. If you like historical fiction, you would love this book. It was such a great experience reading this book. It was so amazing. It was so captivating, and I felt like I was there with these characters. Like, I felt like I was with them. I felt like I was going through this journey with them, and I just could not put it down. I'm so in love, and I will be reading this again soon. The writing was so beautiful. I cannot wait to pick up more of Ruta Sepetys' books. Our 2 other books are historical fictions. I just cannot wait to pick them up. If you can, read this book. So worth it, so worth it. 5 out of 5 stars from me. Couldn't have gotten anything less. So that is it for my April wrap up. That is all the books that I read in the month of April. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it, and I hope you come back to my channel and join me for other videos. I am going to be uploading some beauty videos soon. It's been so long since I made tutorials on my channel, and I have been feeling inspired lately, so I will be doing some beauty videos soon. And I would also like to get your suggestions for videos you would like to see from my channel. Maybe book videos, beauty videos, anything. Just leave your suggestions in the comments below and I would love to do them. Also, I would love to see your comments about the books I mentioned in this video. If you've read them or you're interested in them, comment below, let's discuss. My social media links are always in the description box, so check that out. My Twitter, my Instagram, my Goodreads. Have me on Goodreads. I always like to say what everyone is reading on Goodreads. I would love to have you. So thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye!